Who is ready to do some massive decluttering with me today? Hopefully it's you. Hopefully that's why you decided to click on this video. And yeah, it's cold, like frigidly cold, like negative 20 degrees kind of cold here. It's snowy. It's just yucky outside. Look at our sad trampoline. It took a beating this week with the yucky weather we had. So, anyways, I think it's just the most perfect day to stay inside where it's nice and warm and cozy and get rid of some stuff. So, welcome to my life under renovation. If we've never met, my name is Shanna, and we're just gonna jump right in. So a couple days ago, I got kind of a wild hair. I got up in the morning and I didn't even get out of my pajamas. I just kind of like had a decluttering bug. And so I just decided, you know what? I'll go through like this one cabinet in my kitchen. And that turned into like multiple cabinets, rearranging, organizing, purging this massive pile of things on my dining room table, and going through the cabinet here in my dining room. So, I'll turn the camera around here in a second and I will show you guys what spaces I kind of improved upon with this massive pile of stuff I have to show after the fact. But I'm kind of regretting not having my camera set up. But sometimes you just have to go for it. It definitely takes extra time to have your camera set up and catch all the angles and all the footage of things as you go. So I think in this particular case, it paid off for me just to jump right in and get rid of some stuff. So in a second here, I will show you all the little improvements I made around my kitchen and my dining room. So, starting off here in our kitchen cabinet, I ended up doing some complete rearranging. In a second, I'll show you where I moved my like sheet pans and my frying pans too, but this just made more sense. This is kind of basically like my food prep and lunch prep center. So every single thing I use for my lunches, my kids' lunches, other food prep, all fits in this cabinet now. And I even hung up our pot holders on the inside with a little hook. So here is where I move the sheet pans and the frying pans to. It's kind of an awkward space anyway, so it was perfect for me to find a good use for it. And then here, as I open up this cabinet, this housed a lot of canned goods and just a ton of stuff. Now I have my big pots in the back and then bread items. And this is little rollout spot is where I keep like our snack items instead of before where all of these were just out on the counter. So much happier with this setup. And then moving over here to this little cabinet. I love this thing, by the way. It's so cute. This right here housed all of my daughter's like arts and crafts things, and it was just a disaster. So I pared it down to that one little stack and put some other boxed items and some canned fruit and vegetables. And then this side is the home to sauces and beans and soups and extra peanut butter. Oh, and then Zumi had to swing in for a little visit, of course. Nothing new there. She's always doing that. Okay, so today's decluttering, we are going to tackle this terrible junk drawer. Check that out. It is a disaster. So here in a second, you'll just watch the footage of me going through and decluttering, and you can enjoy the footage of it becoming beautified. So while this footage rolls, I thought it would be fun just to share some tips, some tricks, maybe some strategies to get yourself started on your own decluttering journey. Or if you're already started, just some added motivation and inspiration. So I do want to just provide a disclaimer that I am in no way an expert on decluttering, that's for sure. I have massive amounts of decluttering to do in my home. And so that will be a big bulk of my content to come here in the next year or so, maybe more. But if that's something that interests you, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel since I will have lots more content on this subject to come. All right, so let's just jump right in. I've got 10 tips and tricks that I hope will help you out. This first one that I'm going to mention is kind of a natural lead into that, and that is just to maybe watch some YouTube videos. So I love doing that, whether I'm like actively decluttering and need someone to join along with me, or for me to join along with, or if I'm just like sitting on the couch under a blanket, drinking my coffee, watching videos when I'm not doing anything can motivate me for when I'm, done having my relaxing time. So, tip number one, watch YouTube videos, gather some inspiration from those. Tip number two, maybe you are overwhelmed about getting started. So my suggestion is to start small. So this project I'm working on, this junk drawer, is a perfect example. Start with something small. It doesn't have to be, I'm going to declutter my whole house, or I'm going to declutter the entire basement. You can start small, start in a tiny corner, or in this case, a drawer. Tip number 3, use what I like to call the mad dash method. So, this eliminates you having too much time to think about and consider what you're getting rid of. You just make like immediate decisions, and you make a mad dash through your house and grab anything and anything, everything and anything that catches your eye that you think you might want to get rid of. Tip number 4, go through each and every room, one room at a time. So, spending as much time as you need per room, but making sure you've looked over every single item in that entire space. Tip number 5, set a timer. So, using the timer method, it eliminates you getting completely just overwhelmed by a room, basically. So, set a timer. Maybe it's 5 minutes, maybe it's 10 minutes, whatever you feel would work best for you. But when that timer goes off, you leave the room you're in and you move to the next room. As we check out these amazing before and after shots of this junk drawer of ours, I thought I would share tip number 6, and that is to set a total number of items that you'd like to declutter from your home. So that can be per month, per year, whatever you'd like it to be. So if you missed my last two videos, I have actually set the goal in 2024 to attempt to declutter 1,000 items total from my home. Here we go into my twins' bedroom. This room looks way worse than it actually is. So their closet is not really a space that they use. So it's been storing all of these items you see here on the floor. And they've added a few things to the stack there. But for the most part, these items I just recently pulled out of their closet. And today we're going to be getting rid of the stack forever and ever. And finally, they'll have their floor space back, which they're pretty pumped about. So, as we jump in, you'll see all this before footage of their bedroom. Like I said, it definitely needs some cleaning up just in general, but our primary focus today is this massive stack of things that's like housed in the center of their room at the moment. So, and then I've got some grand plans for the inside of their closet, which is exciting. Back to our tips, and we're on tip number 7. This one's a pretty simple one. When you're considering getting rid of an item but you're not quite sure, ask yourself, how often do I use this, or will I ever use it again? And also, does this item even bring me joy? And if the answer is no, then you should definitely get rid of it. Tip number 8, prioritize which room you'd like to start in. I suggest making a list even and considering which room would change my life the most by being decluttered. Tip number 9, maybe you need accountability and maybe you need some sort of a buddy system when it comes to decluttering. So I suggest maybe joining a Facebook group or some sort of a group where you can do check ins and share your progress, ask questions, get tips, things like that. Or you could ask a family member or a friend to join along for the whole journey. Maybe they could benefit from it as well. All right, tip number 10. So, really stop and reflect about exactly why it is that you want to declutter or why you need to declutter. So, possibly make a list or set some concrete goals in writing. Just think about how you'll feel when the space that you're wanting to declutter is done being decluttered. Maybe even create a vision board on Pinterest. So, anything that would motivate you and just kind of help you recognize your why. And if you can keep that at the forefront of things, it should help you keep your motivation going strong. So, as we've wrapped up our 10 tips and pointers for decluttering and just getting yourself started and keeping your motivation up, I've also finished this particular project. So, all of these items I'm showing you right now on camera are things that are leaving. So, I've got some amazing places I can donate to. I'm a huge fan of using my Buy Nothing Project Facebook group. So, I'll be gifting lots of these items. I've got an empty tote and all of these bags are going in the garbage. So I would say today was a huge success. I got rid of lots of things. My sons will have the center of their bedroom floor back, which I'm sure they'll appreciate. And then now I can get started on their bedroom closet project. So I'm pretty pumped about that. I worked diligently to keep tabs on how many items I was decluttering as I worked around my house today. And so I came up with a total of 307 items. So I didn't count like each little individual piece of trash, but um, I rounded, to whatever number. I called like a pile of trash one or two. But it was fun to go to this little spot I have on my closet door where I've been documenting items as I've been getting rid of them. So it was fun to put down my 307 items on there, and all of that chips away at that goal of 1,000 by the end of 2024. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you gained something out of this video, and I hope you're just pumped to go declutter some items from your own home. And I really hope you'll subscribe and hit that bell for notifications so you can be here for the next video. Can't wait to see you guys next week. Bye.